This is an Soker Beat production.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Jam interview. My name is Jamal, Lawson. I'm your host. I'm also the founder of Jam Clothing, where it's a community for fashion of outer expression of inequalities. I'd like to introduce Somto. Actually, you know what? What's your last name?
Somto Ofonagoro.
Somto Ofonagoro. Yeah, so Somto Ofonagoro, and we're just gonna get started. So, tell me your story.
My story. So, so what comes to mind when you ask what's my story is pretty much, how did I get to where I am now?
Yeah.
You know, as a person and like, you know, so pretty much, I was born in Nigeria. You know, I came here when I was 6, and you know, my family was, you know, my mom, my dad, you know, my nuclear family all together. We moved here. My younger brother was born here, but yeah, I lived in Lynn when we moved here, and it was like, it was really different for me, cause like, you know, I was just that that young kid from Africa, you know, and like just growing up African at the time was pretty difficult, cause like we were like bashed on all the time, just like, you know, being made fun of for being African and all that. But yeah, it was pretty like, and living in Lynn too it was a pretty rough childhood, but like, you know, I got used to it, you know, learn more about the American culture, become Americanized, you could say, if you would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, I didn't grow up like a lot of like people, because I moved around a lot. I lived in Lynn, you know, most of my childhood, and then I moved back to Africa for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I then went to boarding school there, and it was really interesting, because like I did come here when I was sick, but I didn't really have lots of memory of being in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So like, you know, just going back there for 2 years was like a totally different experience for me, because it was like new to me, because I didn't really have a lot of prior experience. Like I didn't really remember a lot from just like from before. So it was definitely different. The boarding school, it was actually it was interesting, because like my school had just different people from different parts of the world that went there.
Okay.
So like we had some French people, French Nigerians, we had some British Nigerians, some American Nigerians, you know, just like different people from different parts of the world, and like just getting to know them and like hearing, you know, their stories and like their experiences and things they've done where they were from was definitely like, I feel like I grew a lot while I was in Nigeria. Like I went when I was 14, and I came back when I was 16, and like I just knew I was like more mature than a lot of people my age, just from that fact, because like I went through a lot when I was there. But yeah, it was definitely a really good experience. And yeah, so when I came back to the States, I moved out of Lynn, then moved to the South Shore, in this town called Canton. Went to school there, finished high school there, then came over to Salem. Computer science major.
Alright.
Yeah, senior year. We came a long way. You know, now I'm here.
You're talking about like Americanized. What is that? Like, what did that look like for you?
As in becoming Americanized. I think it's just more like just the culture, and like, you know, getting more, because like when I did come, like as a kid, I just knew things as you know, for example, like, you know, as a Nigerian, you always greet people in the morning, you know, like our culture is just different from the American culture, and just learning both, and, you know, so like I feel like more American culture is more free, and like pretty much you could talk to your elders in certain ways that you wouldn't if you were Nigerian, like, because Nigerian is like, it's all about respect, you know, it's all about like respecting your elders, it's all about you know, helping the elderly and stuff like that. So just becoming more Americanized. What I mean by that is just, you know, incorporating another culture into whatever, you know.
Okay. So you're doing computer science. What influenced you to do that?
I've always like I've always had a passion for technology. Like I didn't know it, but like as a kid, I'd make websites with my friends.
Okay.
And like
Right,
like it was just like we just matched it up together. Like my friend made a website for PSPs because like we're obsessed with PSPs back then.
Yeah.
And then the thing was they wouldn't let me in on it was like a forum site, and I wanted to be a part of that because I thought it was really cool. And they're like, nah, you don't have a PSP, you're not, we don't want you on this. And then like I was like, alright then, I'm gonna make my own website. So I made my own website and I called it Cool Pics. I forget what it was, like it wasn't .com, it was something. I forget what it was, but so pretty much I just put like memes. This is before memes were memes. Like I was putting up just funny pictures on that site, on the forum, and then people would like go on it and they'll see like the pictures and stuff like that. Pretty much I was just doing it for fun, but like it was pretty much memes in a sense.
Right.
And then like I was kind of like tight that they didn't let me onto their shit. So like I'd go onto their website and then like I would just spam them. I'd go on the forum and then it was just some childish stuff. But like I would just spam them on their sites. But yeah, I think that's what like really started it when it comes to like just technology. And I've always had a passion for it. When my first phone was an iPhone. And then I went over to I just played around with Android and iPhones, and I had a Windows phone. Mm-hmm. So like just anything that new that comes out, I'm always interested. If I can buy it, I'll buy it and just play around with it. So yeah, I wanted to work in technology. I wanted to know how this thing works. Like how do they make these things? Right. I just wanted to be a part of that.
Okay. So are you interested in more of like the software or the
anything actually?
The hardware.
I'm not really too focused on anything that I have an interest in right now. I'm just playing around with like just apps, like phone apps. That's like what's catching my interest right now, and that's what I'm doing right now. But like in the future, I could definitely do a bunch of different things. I could do AI, robotics, just anything that catches my interest. Okay. That's within that technology space. So right now it's just doing apps, and then maybe further in the future I'll dabble with other things.
You're working on an app right now, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it's a senior project towards my graduation, but it's also my passion project because I had a lot of flexibility and freedom to choose what my senior project would be within the computer science realm, and I just chose something that like I was really passionate about and something I felt like would benefit the school and benefit a lot of people on campus. So what my app is, it's a club events app. It's pretty much an app where student organizations can go onto this app and post their events, flyers, videos, pretty much advertising their events, so students on campus can go onto this app and they can see all these events on their phones. I think it would make like life easier because like when you post flyers all over campus, not a lot of people see that. Like you get a certain amount of people that would see those flyers and that might come to your event. But when you have an app that has everything on it, and then it just get the students to get involved with that app, it will make your life so much easier.
Right.
And then I wanted to add, because I'm in the student organization, so like I wanted to add metrics that would allow you to know the people who are interested in your events or who be willing to come. So like if you're budgeting for a certain event and you're not exactly sure the amount of people that might show up, like if you had this app now, like it would tell you, hey, 50 people said you were interested, or 50 people said that they added this to the calendar, so they're definitely able to come. Like you could just use those metrics and to kind of like plan for your event, how much food you might need,
right.
How much seats. Pretty much just have a good rough idea of the amount of people that come into your event, and I feel like this could really help a lot of people out, especially student leaders and people in student organizations.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. It's all about providing a solution.
Right. Yeah. You thought about.
I thought about this. Yeah. I really sat down and thought about it. Like, cause what I want to do with tech is just, I feel like technology is supposed to make life easier. It's supposed to make life simpler. So like, just maybe providing simple solutions.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, like, was dabbling with the night. Like, when I made my first app, was towards sophomore year. It was like a game. I remember I showed you the game I made. It was like I called it G Productions. Yeah. It was Great Excellent Entertainment Productions, and I made this phone game app, and like I wasn't really proud of it. Like after that, cause like you would play the game, and at the end of the day, it's just a game. Like, it didn't really help you out in any way. You were just having fun, just playing this game. And when you get bored of it, you drop it down and you go on with your life. So, like, just looking back at that, I was like, yo, like, I want to do something that helped people out. Like, you use this app and it helped you do this. So, something like, you know, I would definitely make me, you know, more proud of a product like that. Something that provided a solution to your problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope, man. So what kind of goals do you have in mind with working with technology and being a computer science major?
So what I'm thinking, you know, a couple years in the future from now, I've dabbled with like some ideas of like a possible company I wanted to start. Ever since I made my first app, I've like been thinking about this.
Yeah.
I was like, so like if I really wanted to pursue this, I definitely want like a lot of control over it. And the only way I see myself doing that is by starting my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been thinking about like pretty much starting like I've been writing rough drafts and like, you know, business plans and ideas and like just, you know, playing with logo designs, but like the main idea of it is like to have pretty much a business that helps small businesses with software solutions.
Okay.
So not necessarily like you have a business now,
Mm-hmm.
so not necessarily maybe building you an app or a website, but like more of like consulting, like because I know a lot of the technicalities of like, you know, what goes into, you know, building a website, what goes into advertising that website online, or what goes into making an app. So like me now, I can provide you a lot of services if you have ideas of like something you want to accomplish. Maybe you don't have the technical skills to accomplish them, but I could break it down to you and say, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you register a domain. This is the type of skills, people with certain skills that you need for you to achieve this. And maybe if it's within my abilities or someone that was working in the company, we could definitely also help out with the creation of, you know, this platform that you want to create, whether it be an app or a website, or maybe you're just worrying about hosting a website, or you know, just stuff like that. Like right now, I'm more into just the app stuff. So like, you know, as I evolve and as I grow older, I'll obviously go into different other aspects, maybe robotics and AI, and those are services we can provide to businesses too. Like if you want, say you're at a level where you want like an AI system,
Yeah.
and that's something I'm doing. So like, hey, I could definitely help you out. You know, consulting, definitely show you how it works and how you can achieve this your dream. You know, and also doing that, but while also creating our own solutions.
Right.
I wanted to like, I was thinking about like calling it Sim Studios, as in simple studios or simple solutions, because you know we're providing simple solutions.
Right,
But
yeah.
like it just came down to Sim Studios, and like we'll make Sim Originals, which is our own products. Like this app I'm doing will be the first Sim Original, because it's my first my first project that's not necessarily for someone, but for the company itself.
Yeah.
But we're providing solutions.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great that you have that vision.
Yeah.
And like kind of to where you want to go with that as well. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So like what you talk about solving solving kind of like problems. Like, is there any particular like issue you find yourself gravitating towards more?
Right now I'm looking towards the cloud.
Okay.
So like you know, when you have Google Keep or you have Google Drive.
Yeah.
So you know how like things are saved on the cloud, and
Right,
you
yeah.
can access it from any different computer or any different phone. That is so dope. Like
Right.
I see that is so dope, and that's something I want to work with a lot, because I feel like you as just like, you know, moving forward, small businesses can definitely like get a lot from it, because like a lot of things are moving towards the cloud now. Like in the next 5 years, things are gonna be in the cloud.
Right.
And like I feel like businesses need to be on the cloud, because that's where it's at right now.
Right.
So like I'm studying more into like, you know, cloud architecture and stuff like that. And like those are definitely something like I can come to a business with, and like, hey, I see that you're doing it this way, but if you did it this way with the cloud, you definitely save way much more money. Things would be more easier, more versatile, more robust, those type of solutions. Like, just there's a lot of things you might not know about tech that I know, but I can bring to the table and let you know that'll save you a lot of money and make your life 10 times easier.
Right.
So that's what I mean by solutions. Bringing solutions that people didn't even know that were around, or didn't know that options that people didn't know that they had. So yeah.
That's great. What kind of companies do you kind of gravitate towards, and when it comes to what kind of company you want to build? So like, I don't know if it's like an Apple or like what kind of company do you envision your company to either emulate or kind of exceed?
It's a different business strategy. I don't think a lot of like tech companies would be doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
Cause like one like Facebook, for example, they only make their stuff, Facebook stuff.
Right.
And Apple only makes Apple stuff.
Right.
Microsoft, stuff like that. But
So
I would make
you
my
wanna go
stuff,
universal.
but I also help you make your stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I also help you. Like, that's why I'll be focused more on small businesses and people who are coming up. Like, I have a couple friends that are entrepreneurs, and they have dreams and things that they want to achieve, and I just want to be that person to be like, hey, yo, I got you, bro. Like, this is, if you want to do this, this is a way you can achieve that. And I'm looking towards more smaller businesses and people coming up, and like also doing that, but also doing stuff for myself as well.
Okay. You were saying that you're in a student organization. Which one is that?
It's called Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a student organization it's a professionalism for minorities and Latinos. So it's pretty much like we have a couple series coming up this semester and next semester. It's about interviewing, networking, job interview. We do mock interviews, like pretty much just getting college students ready for that next step after college.
Right.
Applying for jobs, talking to employees, talking to business people, and just getting them ready and getting their mindset ready of like applying to jobs, and just the whole process you go through of like getting employment, or if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, definitely getting their mindset ready about networking with other entrepreneurs and learning, and because you learn a lot when you network with other people who are more experienced in that field, and just having them like, because some of events we have employers, we have business people come to these events, and like students can really take advantage of that because they're there. We have a partnership with Eastern Bank, and they've agreed to help us pay for a lot of our events. So we have definitely a tight partnership with them. So like if you're someone that wants to work at a bank, it would make sense to come to our events, because like you'll see a lot of Eastern Bank people there. You can network with them,
Right.
and follow up. So yeah, I'm project manager for Alpha.
Yeah, those important skills to have to try to make yourself marketable.
Yeah.
Like what made you get involved into Alpha?
I went to an event sophomore year, so it was a LinkedIn event. So pretty much I did not have a LinkedIn account prior to this, and so I just went to it just to like, just because Andrew hit me up. Andrew's a good friend of mine. Like we grew up together and everything. But he hit me up. He's like, you should definitely come to this. So I came to it, and I didn't regret it because like I created a LinkedIn account. Took a picture for my profile. Pretty much added all my skills and expertise on there, and I've been getting like every couple months there's a recruiter that would hit me up on LinkedIn saying that I matched for this job, and I was just like, wow, like I didn't even try, like people were just hitting me up for jobs, and like after that I was like, yo, like Alpha is definitely something that students need to get involved with because they do not know what they're missing, because like it's just doing it just to do it, like just do it, and you would benefit from it a lot, because like there's a lot of things I didn't know prior to joining Alpha. Like my resume was trash, like like I would apply to jobs and I'm like, yo, like I'm not getting a call back, and then I did like a whole resume, just redid my whole resume. I had someone help me out do it, and like I just see the difference. There's a lot of things like you don't know about applying for jobs, going to interviews, networking, and all stuff like that I'm learning now. And as a senior, I feel like it's just helping me get a job as I graduate, because like I'll just be putting all the things I'm learning now into practice,
Right.
leading towards that graduation date. So juniors and seniors on campus, Salem State, definitely join Alpha. It's it's a benefit. Like, it's a benefit.
That's dope. What kind of other interests do you have?
Outside of technology, I like music a lot. I'm a huge music fan. I listen to a lot of Afro beats, hip hop, reggae. I love music.
Favorite artist?
I don't really have a favorite artist.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, some people just have a favorite artist and they just chase that. I'm like, I can't have a favorite artist. There's so many people that influence me throughout my life. Like, if I could be listening to Big Sean today, I could be listening to J. Cole, I could be listening to Lil Uzi Vert. You know, just depending on the mood and depending on like that energy. You know, like I like Big Sean's energy. Just like you're just in that mood to grind, just to get it. And then like when in your party setting, you might want to bump Lil Pump, Lil Uzi, just get the edge off. You know, just chill.
Okay.
Yeah, just turn up. You know. So I don't really have a favorite because I listen to so many different music. I can't really like put it. It just depend on the mood.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. So like, what else are you currently doing right now? Like,
So.
Are you like you're working at
Yeah, I work at IT for
IT,
Salem
okay,
State. Yeah.
Okay.
So I work at networking. So networking is pretty much working with the internet, working with making sure kids are. I mean, I come here to Atlantic a lot actually when people have issues with the internet, like PS4 is not connected, Xbox One S, making sure the Wi-Fi is good. I work with servers a lot too. So, and that's like what I want to do after I graduate, but like also add more cloud into it, because this is like the starting point for me.
Right.
Yeah. Like I've been working IT since I was 19, and I've just been building on top of that, just learning different things and moving forward with it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah, just get better.
Right.
Everything you do, definitely.
That's awesome. You got any like mentors that helps you with like understanding IT, or even helping you with your
definitely.
courses?
My teachers, the chairperson of the computer science department, actually, that's definitely someone she's actually my advisor for my project name. I talk to her a lot. She helps me out with like my ideas and stuff like that. My coworkers, I learn a lot from them. They always like, teaching me different things every now and then. Definitely growing in that field.
What do you look for in a mentor?
In a mentor, I want someone like pretty much someone in a position that I want to be in eventually, or someone with knowledge that I want to acquire. Like if you know something that I'm trying to learn and you're an expert at it, you're a mentor. Like you're a possible mentor for me, because you definitely know something I want to learn. Like I don't think people look at mentors as someone like this much older than you or much more life experience. I see a mentor as it could be anybody. It could be younger than you. It could be your same age. As long as they have something that you want to acquire and they can help you acquire that.
Okay.
That's how I view a mentor.
All right. So is there anything else like you want to share or?
In what sense?
Anything like anything. Like are you doing anything outside of Salem State?
Not really.
Okay.
Nothing really major outside of Salem State. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just other than my project and just school stuff. It's pretty much where I'm at right now.
All right. So you meet somebody in your shoes. Like, what kind of advice would you give to them?
Definitely stay focused. I definitely have issues with staying focused every now and then. Being motivated, working hard, getting to it, like keeping the balance in everything that you do, which is very important.
Right.
Because I feel like some of us stretch ourselves too thin, and we just really need to know, ourselves very well, know what we can handle, and keeping a balance with everything, and making sure that we're moving forward towards our goals. Yeah, so like if you have a goal or something that you want to accomplish, and you're young, I just feel like as young people, like we battle with a lot, especially people like young people in college, and like if you have high aspirations and dreams, and everything like that, just keep doing, just keep going. Anything that you can do to that get you closer to that goal or that dream, any steps that you need to take, just keep taking them. Yeah, that's pretty much the best advice you can give someone in my shoes.
Alright. You got any shout outs you want to make?
Yeah, definitely. Shout outs to you for having me on this. Shout outs to Jam Clothing. Shout outs to shout outs to my boys, man. Shout outs to my brother. Everybody that's influenced me in a positive way. Everybody has taught me. Just people that have contributed to my growth. Shout outs to them. Yeah. Shout outs to Bobby. I can't even think about it. Yo, if I'm forgetting you, you already know, like, shout outs. You already know. I just feel like I'm missing a lot of people right now, but yeah.
Where can people find you on social media?
Social media, I only do Snapchat and Instagram. I have Twitter and Facebook, I don't use those. It's at The Real Somto, so SOMTO, and that's it.
Alright. Well, yeah, thanks for coming down.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And I appreciate it. And be sure to tune in to the next interview.